G'day fellow YouTubers, Luke here. So with my graphics card reinstalled into my desktop PC and running, and with my fully customized water cooling loop all finished and installed, I thought it'd be a good time to release some temps and some benchmark results. So I'm going to start off with the temps over here. You can see there my AMD FX9370 running at standard speeds. The outside temperature is 24 degrees Celsius, and it's idling anywhere from well, the maximum it was idling was at 45 when the computer first loaded. So now it's idling from anywhere between 25 to 28 up to 32 degrees Celsius. So it's running super cool with a water cooling loop through it. Now down to the GPU. So as you can see there, the max temperature when my computer first loaded was 89 degrees Celsius. I have no idea why it got so high. At right now, it's idling at 66 degrees Celsius, which is 3 degrees Celsius cooler than what it was before I reapplied the new thermal paste. But that temperature right there, the 89 degrees Celsius, that temperature is what it gets to when I'm running AAA titles. World of Tanks, World of Warships, Space Hulk Deathwing, Payday 2, what else? That's all I can think of at the minute, but yeah, so that's 88 to 89 degrees Celsius is what it gets up to under load. So let's move over to some benchmarks now. What do we got here? Firestrike for high performance gaming PCs. Let's run that. Hall of Fame top 5. Wow. Let's see what number 1 got. Let's see what system he was running. EVGA X99 for the win. Supernova, Power, Nvidia, Titan, Pascal, Intel i7 6950X. So let me tell you right now, that system right there probably cost, here in Australia, that system there would probably cost 1,500. The Titan would probably be 1,200, so there's 2,700. And you know, memory, 6 gig memory, that probably would have been $300 to $400, or no, sorry, 16 gig of memory, a power supply, hard drives. You'd be looking easily, that system right there would be easily pushing $4,000 here in Australia. And my 5-year-old AMD system cost me to date $2,300. So it'll be interesting to see how far away I score from that. I'm not going to do too much commentary through this. I don't expect a very high result because these benchmarking programs are heavily skewed to favor Intel. They're just mainly single-threaded optimized. If these benchmarking programs were multi-core optimized and using the full 8 cores of my CPU, the results would be a lot different. I can tell you that right now, but look, I don't usually generally like to run benchmarking software because I know how bullshit it is. I usually like to go off whatever frames I'm getting in a AAA title is more of a true representation of the performance of your computer rather than this crap right here. Temps. So the CPU is idling at 30 degrees Celsius. so it's not running really hot, it's not really under much load. And there you have my R9 390X graphics card running at 85 degrees Celsius. If you want to fast forward towards the end to see the final score, I won't be offended, but I really do enjoy this cinematic, so you can either sit through it or just drag the slider towards the end and see what the final score is. The reason why I like this cinematic so much is because although the colours are around the wrong way, that little blue guy there that just won that fight is a representation of AMD, the underdog, and that big red hellfiery demon is Intel, and the underdog won. So I don't know if that's saying something or not, but we'll see. We'll see what Ryzen has to offer. Zoom in on the frames. Like I said, guys, if you've made it this far in the video and you want to skip all the cinematics to the final score, by all means do so. I will not be offended. Check out these temps again. So the CPU's jumped up a little bit. It's now running at 41 degrees Celsius. And it's under quite a bit of load. And the graphics card has dropped down a little bit, running at 70 degrees Celsius. Final test, I think. Fire Strike combined test. Yep, this will be the final one. And I think it's time for the final, yep. 9,404. Let's compare results online. And that looks like me there, number 3. This score, 9,404, better than 59% of all results. So with my R9 390X graphics card, an AMD FX9370 CPU, 16 gig of G-Skill memory even, with a water cooling loop, 5-year-old CPU architecture is still scoring better than 59% of all results. So, oh, that's close. I can't complain. My system runs really well. You know, it. Look, again, like I said, benchmarking software, take it with a pinch of salt. It's garbage. It really is. Like it just. If it were optimized for multi-core CPUs properly, then I'd take it a little bit more seriously. But 59% again of all results, can't really complain. Yeah, so I think that's so. To sum up that, guys, the graphics card is running 3 degrees Celsius cooler with the new application of thermal paste. As to what it was before, it's now idling at 66 degrees Celsius. (66, 67) with a maximum of 89 degrees Celsius when it was under load, and my CPU with a full water cooling loop with an outside temperature of 25 degrees Celsius is bouncing between 27 and 33 degrees Celsius. So, can't complain. You know, considering that people that are the top 20% of people that get better than that score, they would, like, I spent $2,300 on my AMD build. The guys that would be beating that would be spending like 3,000 plus on their on their computers. Like, they'd be running Titans or 1080s in SLI. You know, there was a physics test in there, so you know some guys for this test might, you know, opt to set up their graphics card in a NVIDIA primary and an NVIDIA PhysX card, which is, in my personal opinion, is the best graphics card setup you can get. As much as I love Crossfire, like a dedicated primary NVIDIA card with a PhysX card is the best graphics card setup you can get by far. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the benchmarks and the temps, and you know, whenever you hear people talking about AMD and how garbage the bulldozer and pile driver architecture is, you now have proof that it's better than 59% of gaming PCs out there. So that's it. I'm done. Till the next one. Catch you later, guys.